Well, welcome to Snowflake Farms again. This is part 3 of the fly barrel. This is going to be another add-on or an enhancement or amendment to the fly barrel that you saw earlier in part 1. We've talked about the fly barrel itself, what a great invention. We've also talked about the paper fly ribbons and paper tapes around the outside, and those do really good at catching flies. But one might say, well, what about the flies that either don't go in the hole, or what about the flies that don't happen to get stuck to the tape? What do you do then? Well, okay, here is a special enhancement to that fly barrel, and I don't think you'll see this anywhere else. We basically take a piece of mesh netting. It's you can sometimes find them on little girls' princess beds or whatever. They have them so that the mosquitoes, don't bother the kids or whatever. And what we did is we banged 2 poles into the ground. You can see these 2 tall poles right here. And we hung the majority of the netting over that. There's a little ring there, you can see that. We hung that over the top of those 2 poles. The fly barrel will go right here in the center of that netting. And then we banged a few other poles into the ground. They're just pieces of trees, little shrubs that were cut up. And here's a good amendment to the farm right there now. There's a little turkey. So what we did is we hung the excess of that netting on those poles. And you can see that we have it a little bit off the ground. Okay? And then just for extra enhancement, because we don't want any flies, we hung some fly paper on the sides. You can see that fly paper there. So what this does is, since flies are really stupid, and flies don't fly down. By the way, I think we're going to get a little peek here at another turkey. Don't mind me. There's another turkey that we've got going. That one is a white-breasted. But anyway, what I was saying, back to our video, is with this one here, with the barrel in the middle, any flies that don't go into the holes, any flies that don't get stuck on those fly paper, because flies are dumb, they fly up. And in a hot summer day, a lot of flies out, you will see this top area will be loaded with flies. Now, if you're like-minded, you could use some fly spray and kill those flies that are in there, and they'd all drop to the ground. We don't do that because we have ducks, and ducks like eating the flies, and we don't want our ducks eating flies that have actually been eating, insecticide or something like that, since we do everything organic as possible. So what we do is, you can hit that with a hose or whatever, they'll fall to the ground, and then we can scoop them up and feed them to the ducks. But this is another great amendment, we'll say, to the fly barrel. So just get yourself a couple of poles, go to a yard sale or something and find some of this old mesh netting, or you could even buy a piece, and just put that right over the top of that barrel. And this is a fantastic way. You can catch so many flies. If you have a fly explosion, man, this is the best way. All 3 of those things combined to get a ton of flies. We also happen to use fly traps nearby with a bug catcher, and I'll show you that. You can see those trap stick makes a good one. You can see how loaded that is with those flies. Horse flies, biting flies, moths, everything. And then, of course, a bug catcher, just a standard old bug catcher. We have it under a pine tree because there's a lot of flies that get in here. So I want to thank you for visiting Snowflake Farms. This is the end of the fly catcher series. And join us again next time and find more exciting things here. If you like our video, how about a thumbs up? And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that so that you can see all the newest and greatest and latest things that we've got coming to you from Snowflake Farms on YouTube. Make it a great day.